Welcome to another Super Deluxe Edition unboxing video. Today we're going to take a look at Egg and Alice, 24 Years of Hunger. This is the new 2 CD Deluxe Edition on SDE Records. So this is a reissue that I'm putting out on our own label. It's one I'm really quite proud of because this has been a long time in the making, this particular 2 CD Deluxe Edition. Now those of you that are unfamiliar with this record, it came out in 1991. And the group is Egg White and Alice Temple, a duo. They only ever recorded one album. They kind of split up and that was it. Very interesting record this. It got a really good review in Q magazine. It got a 4-star review, which I think prompted a few people to buy it. It's quite a hard record to describe, but I think, as they say in the notes in this book, they were influenced by people like Joni Mitchell and Prince and Steely Dan and all that kind of stuff. So it's a bit of a melting pot of influences, but the songs are all fantastic. And yeah, this is the new deluxe edition. Now this goes all the way back to 2017. I've got emails that I sent to Egg in 2017 exploring the idea of reissuing the album. So it's taken 9 years to get to where we are today. I mean, things like COVID didn't help. That all put the dampers on it for a while. But this is the new hardcover 2 CD Deluxe Edition. I'll show you the original album. So this is the original CD, complete with the old HMV sticker, $9.99, not too bad. Yeah, so this is the original album on CD. I think I would have owned it on cassette originally. I bought it in 91 when it came out. And there's also a vinyl edition here. That's the original vinyl. You can see the different placements here of the tape. You see it's sort of bigger, and I actually managed to speak to the original design team about that, Michael Nash Associates. Apparently the thinking was that this tape would always be the same size no matter what the format, which is why it appears smaller on the vinyl compared to the CD. So there were some rules and regulations about how they approached that. There's an advert that was in Smash Hits, I think, that had a slightly different version as well. So we tried to keep to that. I actually discovered it wasn't quite accurate what they were saying, but it nearly was. So the idea is the image gets bigger or smaller, but the tape stays the same. When we were doing it for this edition, the new edition, we tried to keep to that philosophy, which is why, if you're wondering why it's slightly different to other versions, that's the reason. On the cassette, which I used to have, I haven't got it anymore. Cassette is obviously a similar shape to this. On the cassette, they left a gap at the top when they put 2 strips of red at the top, Egg and Alice, which I don't think looked very good. But anyway, so the other thing to note is on the record, there's only 10 tracks. It ends with IOU, whereas on the CD, you've got I Wish, which is a really good song. So it's, I don't know, crazy that happened, but they obviously couldn't fit it all on one record and didn't want to pay for a double. So anyway, back to the 2026 reissue. This is obviously sealed. There's the hype sticker. I'm now going to switch to one that I've already opened. Okay, here we go. So this is it with the shrink wrap off. We've got some nice spot varnish there on the tape. You can see that. That's the spine. Egg and Alice, 24 Years of Hunger, SDE Records. We've licensed this from Warner's, and also there's a whole load of demos. So it's a 2 CD set. So the first CD is the album, 24 Years of Hunger, 11 tracks. Obviously I Wish is included. And then the bonus disc is called Lonely Road Demos and Remixes. Now, apart from the 3 remixes of Doesn't Mean That Much to Me, and there's 2 B-sides, Lazy Woman and Bobby and Holly. Apart from that, these are all previously unreleased and unheard demos supplied directly to me for use on this reissue by Egg and Alice from the archive. So it's very exciting, and they're really good quality as well, these demos. I mean, mostly they're unreleased songs. I mean, Here Comes the Rockets is a demo of Rockets, but Highway, Lonely for Too Long, Shadow, Under My Spell, Running to America, Crazy Bastard, Teenage Cinema Problem, Highway. I mean, these are all songs no one's ever heard, so it's really interesting. Yeah, so this is a hardcover, DVD size hardcover book edition. Worked quite hard to make this look really good. We've got the discs are in two suspended wallets rather than being stuck on the hard, which I prefer myself. So there's the disc at the back with the bonus tracks on it. And then this is like a 36-page book printed on uncoated stock, and really it's there's some unseen photos, and it's the story of the album in their own words, basically. That's Egg and Alice's own words, and we go through the early years. So I've interviewed both of them. In fact, the interviews were done ages ago. They were done back in 2019, these interviews. It shows you how long this has been in gestation for. And then COVID happened. But yeah, so I talked to both Egg and Alice about the album. There's a track by track where they tell you all about the record, go through every tracks. And then there's a whole section here. It's got the lyrics to all the songs on the record, which is great. So you can see, you go through all the songs. It smells really nice, this uncoated stock. I do like the smell of uncoated stock in the morning. Yeah, so there's the track listing again, the original credits for the album, and there's the reissue credits. As I said, there's the second disc, relocated hype sticker. And yeah, I'm absolutely thrilled with how this looks, how it comes out, how it sounds. I mean, the album is, you know, sounds fantastic. Egg didn't want the album remastered, so it's the original mastering, which sounds perfectly fine, fantastic. There's no reason really to muck around and compress it and make it sound, you know, hot in the modern way. So we've kept the original mastering, which sounds great. And then we've, with the demos we have, because they were never really intended for release, so we went through and mastered the demos for the bonus disc. So yeah, I think if you know about this album, you really love it. If you don't know about it, you've got something great to look forward to. Now, this was a limited edition of 1,000 units. We've nearly sold out. I think we've got about 50 left or something. This is a one-time pressing. We're not going to be doing any more of these in this format, at least. So come and get them while you can. You can only buy this on the sdshop.com. And it's out today, 24th of April. Hope you've enjoyed this video, this quick look at the 2 CD deluxe edition of Egg and Alice's 24 Years of Hunger. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.